Good morning. So we're going to go through another post-COVID half an hour yoga workout today. So again, the whole concept is that we don't push ourselves too much. So 70% rule, we work to 70% of our maximum if we're feeling good. If we're not feeling as good, we might drop our kind of impetus level to just 30%. So we'll start off with our feet, hip width apart, spread the toes, roots down into the ground. Good. Soft bend in the knees, hips are off lock, so somewhere floating in the middle, and then from Bahui, center point of our head, sky hook, all the way up towards the sky. Good. And let's place our hands just below our belly button. And we're going to do 6 nice deep belly breaths. So we breathe in, let your belly expand, and as you breathe out, let it gently contract. Let's do 5 more. Good, releasing the arms, take a nice deep breath in. Nice. And we'll take the feet to about shoulder width apart here, maybe a little wider, and we're just going to rotate through the body. Again, so we're starting to bring a little bit of life to the lower back and the kidney region, which again, for a lot of people I know has been affected by COVID. And literally everybody I've spoken to has discussed low energy levels. So the way we move today, we try not to tax the physical body too much. It's as if our energy body is leading us. And we can tap into our energy by focusing on our breath. Good, we'll bring that to a stop. And let's bring the feet back to hip width apart. And we're going to do something called the lymph tap. And this is just a way of really activating our lymphatic system and our metabolism for the day. So what we're going to do is just going to tap into our collarbone region, maybe just above, 5 times. We'll do the opposite side. Good. Hands onto our chest. Alternate, 10 times. Good. One hand above the belly button, one below, 10 times. Good. Hands into our groin, 10 times. And behind the knees, 10 times. Good. We're going to take the arms up above the head, and we're just going to allow the body to shake up and down. So the heels stay in contact with the ground. We're just creating a little bit of movement. So for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing the hands down. There might be little fizz of energy through the body. Good, really good. Bring the feet a little closer. I'm going to take a bit of a Pilates movement here, and we're just going to take ourselves for a walk. So I really want you to think about working through the feet. So as one heel comes up, the other comes down. But I really want you to work through the feet here. So you're getting that little stretch through the ball of the foot, the underneath of the foot, as the heel lifts. And then maybe you can add opposite arm to opposite leg. Still thinking about working through the feet. And then maybe you can take the hands a little bit higher, so we're opening up into the chest and the shoulder. But what we don't want to be doing here, if you keep the movement going, what you don't want to be doing is this. It's like opening up the rib cage. We want to keep that engaged. So we're just here. And again, can you be tapping into your breath here? Let's do one more. Good, and we'll come back to center. Let's come up onto the balls of the feet. And we're just going to hold. Can we take a deep breath in through the arms? Coming through prayer hands through the center. Holding that balance. Muscles might be starting to complain a little. A little bend in the knees, keep the heels raised. And back up. 2 more. And back up. Last one. Ooh, testing my balance here. And heels down. Nice. Let's interlace the hands. Let's lift the right leg. And we're going to circle wrist and ankles. And the opposite way. Good, other side. But change the interlace of the hands. Good. And the other way. Good, good, good. Now a little exercise for the wrists, called this magnetic wrists. So the wrists come together. And what you're going to do is you're going to roll the hands back and round. So we're warming up through our wrists, our elbows, and to a certain degree our shoulders. And the focus is on trying to keep the wrists together. This really works through the upper body. Good. And then we'll reverse. So look, we're coming this way. Focusing on keeping those wrists together. Good. And we'll release. Let's take a slightly wider stance. The toes out at 45 degrees. And what I want you to focus on here is that we're lifting energy, drawing energy from up into the earth and then placing it back down. So we're doing something with the mind here as well. It's not just a physical movement. So from here, we bend the legs and we lift, drawing the energy up from the earth. Send the energy down. And as you will notice, we're working through the legs at the same time. We want to ensure that our knees are going out in line with our feet Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Hands out to the side. Same thing. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. So we're really warming up the legs here. Breathing out. Let's stay down. Goddess pose. And we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Place the hands on the hips, sending the feet facing forwards. We're going to take a little forward fold, feeling into those hamstrings for the first time. Hands will come down towards the earth, but maybe we can take the feet a little wider, really pushing out through the outer edge and the heel. And what we're working towards here is the flat back, so we're tilting our pelvis upwards towards the sky, and we're keeping a nice long neck, nice long neck. And then maybe we can relax forwards. And then from here we'll place the hands nice and flat. And we're going to bend. If you're mirroring me, be your left leg. I'm going to bend my right leg. So we're kind of in a half split. And we'll come up. And maybe we can walk this foot a little further away. Good. And then from here, maybe we can come down onto our elbows. Can that foot go a little further? Push up onto the hands. And we'll bring this leg in. Let's take out the other leg. Bring ourselves up. We're starting to work into the hips and the groin region. And we'll come down onto our elbows. Excellent. Up onto our hands. Let's bring the knees in. And let's sit back onto our heels. So we're on flat feet here. Just stretching into the front of the ankle. Again, checking in with the breath. What we're going to work with here is rolling up through the body. We can create a little back bend. And then we're going to sit back down. Take a breath in. Breathing out. And breathing in. Breathing out. And breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one. Breathing out. And breathing in. Good. I'm going to turn lengthways on my mat now. And we're going to start to work through our cat-cows. So we're spreading our fingers, and there's a little clawing of the fingers here. So there's a tiny little lift in our palm. Hands should be shoulder width apart. Let's take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And let's begin breathing in. Tilting the pelvis up and the head comes up. And breathing out. It's like someone's drawing up through the middle of our spine, through our thoracic spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Tilting the pelvis under. Breathing in. Breathing out. And again. And out. Good. Let's come back to center. And here we're just going to work with, I kind of like to call this the snake. It's little side to side movements. So we're starting to work into our side body. And again, we can use our breath, breathing in as we come forwards, breathing out as we come back. Let's go the other way. And what we're also doing here is building up the amount of weight that we can put on the hands. Yoga, when we do yoga, we spend a lot of time on our hands. And it can take time to build up that strength through the wrists. The wrists are quite a small joint, and in some cases, such as a handstand, you're putting your entire weight through the hands and the fingers. Good. So this time we're going to kind of do a cat-cow again, but it's going to be undulating, so I'm going to get you to bring your hands a little further forwards. And we roll through the spine, and then we sit back. There's a little bend of the elbows here. It's like almost a half press up. And working through the body, working in tandem with your breath. And back to center. Good. Bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. And here we're just going to lift the right arm. Again, try not to shift your weight from side to side when we do this. The right arm's just going to come up. And actually, let's open it out to the side. Let's bring it back round. And then down. Good. Left arm. Take it around to the side. All the way back round. Opening up through those shoulders. Let's do right arm again. And all the while I'm doing this, there's a little gentle lift up and through the core. So I'm not letting everything just sag down. Let's work with the legs. So here you're really going to want to shift over. Try to use your core to keep yourself in the center so the leg just comes back. And we project through the heel. We don't want to lose our core support, so we keep that sucked in. And we really lift with the glute. We bend the knee here, and 3 times you're just going to lift. 1, 2. It's like a little pulse through. Straighten the leg again, and we'll bring the leg back in. Good. Other side. So again, ensuring we don't lose that core support. Projecting back through the heel. We'll bend the knee 3 times. 1, 2, just a little pulse. 3, and back down. Right side again. Projecting through the heel. We bend the knee. 1, little lift with the glute. 2, 3, straighten the leg, and we bring it back in. Left side. Core support engaged. Bending the knee, we lift. 1, 2, 3. Straighten, and we bring it back in. So this time, left arm, right leg together. Engage your core support, and really feel the heel and the hand pull away from each other. Maybe you can bring elbow to knee. Dynamic balance. And then hand and knee back down. Change sides. Core support engaged. Heel and hand pulling away from each other. Elbow and knee come into touch. And out we go. And hand and knee come down same time. Wonderful. Let's take the knees wide and we'll sit back into a child's pose. Let's walk the hands over to the right. So where the stretch should be felt here is the left side of the body. And really think about breathing into that left lung. And we'll come back to center. And then we'll make our way over to the other side. Really breathing into the right side of the body. Come back to center. And here we're going to glide forwards onto our bellies. And we're just going to take a nice, comfortable Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, hands nicely spread. And it's like someone's got a zipper, and they're zipping us all the way up to our neck. And down, bending the knees. There's little rotations from side to side. Good, bending the legs, straightening the legs, sorry. And just relaxing, turn the head to one side. And turn the head the other way. So a little fly buzzing around my leg. Here, we're going to roll onto our side. Our forearm is out perpendicular to the side. And we'll stack our legs. And what we're going to do here is just lift up into a low side plank. Maybe we can lift the arm too. And really stretch up with this top arm. And then maybe you can curl under, reaching the hand through, and then we'll lift. And again, reach under, and we'll lift. Good, and then we'll come back down. Nice. From here, we'll roll onto the opposite side. Stacking the legs, elbow underneath the shoulder, palm flat. Up we come. Good. Now we can lift the arm. And we'll reach under. We'll come back up. And we'll reach under. And we'll come back up. Beautiful. And down. Let's take a roll into our back. But with control. So from here, we'll draw the belly in, C-shaped spine, rolling down. You know what, let's do some roll-ups. Straighten the legs, breathe in. And as we roll up, one segment at a time, really drawing the abdomen in. We sit up nice and tall. We could maybe even have a little stretch towards our toes. Sit up tall again. And then we're drawing the belly in to control as we descend. Good, let's do that twice more. Breathe in. Breathe out, drawing the belly in, drawing the belly in. And if you're struggling, you can bend your knees and you use your legs literally to pull yourself up. Let's have a little stretch forwards. Back up tall. Let's take it down again. Last one, breathing in. Breathing out. And we'll try not to jerk our way up. We're coming up in a smooth manner. Good. Little reach forwards. And here we'll hold. And even if you've just got hold of your knees, ankles, shins, that's fine. Wherever you can bind. And we're really trying to work on getting a flat back. And then we come forwards. So we're not just trying to get our head to our knees. It's kind of like our head to our shins if we can. Good. Sitting up tall, hands beside us. 3 nice deep breaths, shoulders down and relaxed. Hands are going to come back slightly, fingers ideally facing towards our feet. From here, we're going to point our toes. So we're going to push through the arms, straightening out, really working the triceps. And we're going to start to lift the hips. Now, if this is too much, you can go into what we call tabletop, which is bent legs, and we come up this way. Or the legs are straight. You're migrating the toes down towards the earth. And I like to keep the neck in line with the spine, so I'm not just relaxing and dropping the head. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips back to the earth. Good. And we turn towards you, crossing the legs. Let's sweep one arm up. Take it over to the side. And we'll take it the other way. Back up to center. Let's take a lean forwards. And coming back up. Beautiful. So let's roll back round some lengthways. We'll take ourselves down onto our backs. And here we'll set up for a Savasana. So allowing your body to just sink into the mat. And your breath, if it has maybe become a little bit ragged, just allowing it to go back to normal, not forcing it. Just let any concept of control just ebb away. So it's at this point that I'll leave you, but I encourage you to stay in Savasana for at least 5 minutes. And I look forward to seeing you next time.